as you can probably tell, that's the end of that. Although there was more footage to add on to the end of the video, or like make the part longer. But I decided to omit that for the simple reason, as opposed to zooming in to about 60 to 80% like I did with the actual converting the project, when it came to shrinking it down to the workable size I'm doing it, I left it like 10, 20, maybe 30%, which meant even I couldn't see what I was editing, well, like changing while I'm editing. And it's like, if I can't see, then how's viewers supposed to see? So it's like, nah, I'm not going to put up with that. Scrap that section. All it was, as I said, shrink it down. So it's gone from 320 squared to 180 across by 190 down. And been converted into a PDF. Of which... Oh, knock half my stuff over. If I can reach it. Here's page 1, all the rest are underneath. And there's page 1. I've done the word street, and there's the right part of the biker's elbow. Or the biker's right elbow, should I say. So, yeah, there's that. And here's the project. As I said, I've done the letters. And I've got the... So awkward holding this. I got the elbow down here where I've got all the pink marks. So, and as I said, 180 across by 190 going down. So, to me that's big enough. I do have bigger thingies and stuff like that, but that's big enough. But that's that. The other thing I want to show is my progress on Mum's blanket. I've finally got around to start remaking it. And I'm using drinking straws to keep the thread straight and not tangle. Or sorry, the wool. Just because I'm doing cross stitch, you know. And here it is so far. That's the cast on plus 5 pink rows. I'm using the figure 8 stitch, but the round loom version. So horizontal, as opposed to back, forth, which is just standard, you're gonna knit on one of these looms. But see if I can show it off. That is what the horizontal figure 8 stitch looks like. Try and get it closer to the camera. So for like this pink, which is the outside, the first white and the blue, I believe are all the stitch, and then I swap to another one. I've got it written down on some scraps of paper here. Well, it's actually, there's the pattern. As in, like, this is the order it's in. Bright bands, get off that. So I was originally going to do the mock crochet stitch, but I opted for the figure 8 and the round stitch, as I like to call it. I then have lacy hexagon stitch, which is the white and the pink, and open, and also maybe the other white, because it goes, or not the white and the pink, sorry, the white and the green, because it goes pink, white, blue, white, green, white, and I may change the centre bit to a different colour, I'm not sure, but I've got it marked on here as a different colour, and that's going to be open honeycomb stitch. So, because the actual stitch I'm using it is 2 lines per row, and then I forgot, because of how it's done, you're literally doing both lines at the same time. So, that's useful. But yeah, there's that. As I said, I'm using drinking straws, and I actually cut it to the size of the plastic straws that you get with these sets. I've only got 4 of them. I've got one with this set, one with the round loom set, and one with each of my S looms, the pink ones I was showing off previously when I was making that scarf. That if I kept going would have actually been a blanket in itself. So yeah, so that's the knitting. And in fact, to do with that, here's the straws I bought. Well, my stepdad picked them up for me. Just General paper drinking straws. They seem to have the thickness of those ones that you'd get if you were to get drinks from places like McDonald's, etc. I don't go to McDonald's, can't stand McDonald's. And in here, here's all the rest of them, also cut to size. And they're colour coordinated. It is red and white stripe for the pink, orange and white for the yellow, for the green it's yellow. I think it's the green. No. For the blue it's yellow. Yeah. No. For the blue it's green. For the green it's yellow. And if I decide to change the the colour for the central pattern, I'm using blue. So, yeah. As I said, colour coordinated. And you can tell by the amount of straws how many colour changes per row when it comes to it. Because as you progress further downwards, there's more colour changes. So per section, as I like to put it. And I'm having trouble closing this box again. These boxes are useful. I actually had some stuff ordered off Etsy coming in them. In fact, speaking of that stuff that came from Etsy, on my two wrists I have candy cane type stripes on my bands. They go from orange to dark blue. I have anklets, same design. And in this box, at the same time as buying one of those bracelets and one of the anklets, I got the Airways flag as a bracelet, and this morning I got the arrowhead version. So I got the full set. Thing is, these two bracelets are actually my 4th and 5th. I have a good track record of not losing them. I am surprised the designer has not charged me for the materials that used to make them as opposed to the actual product. I wouldn't blame her if she ever does. It's not been the first time I felt like putting that in the comments. Feel free to charge me for the materials. The amount of times I've lost these. And also arrived this morning, I got elastic bracelets, which you can also use as hair ties, which I might do. I'm most likely to use them as hair ties, and once again, they're colourway of the flag for Airways. Because that's why I am. 0 on both scales. So, yeah. And the last thing I want to show, which ironically I forgot to show in my last attempt at this recording, even though, this is my 4th attempt, and I wondered why the first two didn't work out, as apparently I had the wrong microphone selected, as opposed to my headset. I had the internal. Didn't even know this laptop had an internal one, but anyway. So now hopefully my voice will be clearer. Before it sounded like I was in a tunnel. Here's my last thing. It's a glass Christmas tree. Andy says it glass, you know, as my stepdad. And it's got sort of greeny yellow coloration to it, so from a distance it looks green, like a proper tree. And if I flick the switch at the bottom, it lights up. Woohoo! Oh, Christmassy. So, yeah, that's that. And I believe that's... Oh, no. There's one more thing I want to show, and this is going back to the knitting. If you notice, I showed the picture variant of the knitting pattern. Again, this is a sequence of colours. Now, because obviously it's a blanket, mirror that side, mirror it this way, and then fill in the blanks by, either one of those. And that's you got the blanket design. And obviously I'm following just the picture. There's no written instructions, and that's because this will probably be awkward to read because it's in pencil, but I am writing them as I go. So I'm literally making them up on the spot. It's like, okay, I need to sort this colour out for this amount of rows, scribble it down. Need to colour change here, scribble it down. I need to do that particular stitch there, scribble it down. I've actually rubbed out various lines umpteen times because I've constantly changed it. So hopefully this time it's sorted. Anyway, I'm just going to get on with that. I was tempted to do some cross stitch, but something tells me my eyesight might do the... Even though it's just one colour, there's a chance my eyesight would be like, no. So I might just get on with that. The dreaded colour change. And 1 second. It's the white. And as I said, orange straws for white. And then because obviously mirrored image, there's my other ball of pink with its respective red straw. For the, like, once I get across, finish the white off, I obviously need the pink border the other side. That's what that's for. And then as I go further and further on, there's going to be more and more colours added. Anyone that's part threads and cross stitch will know the pain most likely. I do not do that because I feel it's a waste, but that's just me. And I don't want to risk tangling them up, but yeah. But those that have used various colours at once for various craft projects, yeah. Curious, how do you start yours out? Especially if you do things like knitting or crochet. Anyway, I better go now, as I said. Next video could be an update, could be video game footage and cross stitch or knitting, could be a mix of them all. We'll find out.